change decimals from word form to number form, the first thing you need to do is read the number. This one here says 4 7/10. The word "and" is where the decimal goes. Everything in front of the decimal is our regular whole number. So this one says 4 and. That means it's the regular whole number 4 and our decimal point. Everything after the word "and" is our decimal places. This one says 7/10. Now the last word is a very important one because it lets us know how many decimal places there are. If it says tenths, there's only going to be one decimal place. So this one says and 7/10. So we put 7 down, and there's only one digit because it is tenths. Let's move down to our next one. The next one says 7 32/100ths. Everything to this side of the "and" is our regular whole number, 7. The "and" is our decimal point, and everything after the "and" is our decimal places. Now this says 32/100ths. The last name, the last word there is hundredths, so that lets us know there's 2 decimal places. So our 32 will fill both of those decimal places. So that is 7 32/100ths. Next one down, 22 313,000ths. So with this one, in front of the "and" we have 22. That's our whole number. The "and" represents our decimal place, and everything after the "and" is our decimal places. Thousandths. This tells us that there's going to be 3 decimal places. 313 thousandths. So we know there's going to be 3 decimal places, so our 313 will fill all 3 of those decimal places. Next one's a pretty easy one again. 4 6/10. 4 is our whole number, and is our decimal point, and then we have 6/10. Tenths shows us that there's only going to be 1 decimal place, so it is, we put our 6 in the 1 decimal place that we have. Now this next one's a little bit more difficult. 2 400ths. We do the same thing. The 2, we put down the 2 because that's our whole number. The "and" represents our decimal point, and 400ths. Now this hundredths tells us that there's going to be 2 decimal places, but it says that there's only 4 hundredths. So I need to write a 4 so it takes up 2 places. So what I need to do is I need to put a 0 and then a 4, because I would read that as 4. So that's 2 400ths. Once again, hundredths tells me that I'm going to have 2 decimal places. Next one down, same deal. It's a little bit more difficult. 10 32 thousandths. We write down the 10 and our decimal point, 10 and. Now it's 32 thousandths. Our thousandths tells us that there's going to be 3 decimal places, but 32 will only take up 2 of those places. So I need to make 3 places, and I need to make it say 32. So I put a 0, and then I put the 32 there, and that will give me my 10 32 thousandths. Next one down, 6 6 thousandths. So I write my whole number and my decimal and the 6 thousandths. Once again, thousandths tells me 3 decimal places, so I need to make that thousandths say 6. So I put 0 0 and then 6. That gives me my 6 thousandths. So if it's tenths, there's only 1 decimal place. If it's hundredths, there's 2 decimal places. And if it's thousandths, then there are 3 decimal places.